Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next-level tactics. From off-site and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
Original news reporting. If you have access to original news in your industry, work to be the first ones to report it. If your customers and other readers grow to trust you as a first-line publisher, they're going to stay glued to your blog, and link to your news articles the moment they get published. 39. Newsjacking. Of course, if you don't have immediate access to industry news, there's another way to make use of newsworthy content. Newsjacking, not to be confused with brandjacking. The general idea here is to read up on some event in the news, then write a piece of content with your own spin on it. Consolidate details from multiple different sources to create an article with comprehensive coverage, or include your unique opinion on the news. 40. Initial topic exploration or reviews. Being the first to explore a topic can also be powerful since you won't face much competition, but it's hard to find a topic that's never been covered. For example, you might review the latest tech gadget the moment it becomes available to consumers, or you might analyze a new trend in your industry. 41. Case studies and whitepapers. Case studies and whitepapers are both long-form content archetypes filled with analytical information. Case studies tend to focus on real events, individuals, or organizations, while whitepapers provide more of an overview or hypothetical examination. Either way, meaty forms of content like these tend to attract a ton of links. 42. Engaging content. Any piece of content that encourages people to interact can be valuable since it will attract more likes, comments, shares, and visibility on its own. Engaging content comes in many forms, but one of the most valuable is a contest. A contest usually makes some request of your readers, like submitting a photo or other piece of content of their own, and is very compelling if there's a unique reward. 43. Glossaries and indexes. Glossaries, indexes, and other forms of encyclopedic material are fantastic pieces of content, especially for complex industries. These pieces are highly informative, dense, and evergreen, meaning they won't ever expire or lose relevance. Keep them updated, and you're bound to get lots of citations. 44. Educational content and how-to guides. This is usually one of the first archetypes of content new link builders try to use, since it's fairly accessible. You're an expert in at least one field, so write about what you know. Teach your readers something new, or provide them with high-level education on a given topic. Step-by-step instructions and guides that include images are especially well received. 45. Entertaining content. Though somewhat riskier, you can also attract links via entertaining content. Hilarious and/or fun videos tend to get lots of shares, and are frequently cited in online compilations. The trouble is, there's no formula for what people find fun or humorous, so if you miss the mark, it could hurt more than help. 46. Infographics. Infographics capitalize on people's desire for information and their love for digestible visuals. Visual content remains some of the most shared types of content on the web, so a sufficiently detailed and aesthetically pleasing infographic can help you earn dozens of links. 47. Quote graphics and other shareables. Along similar lines, you can create a quote graphic, which is usually a photo or illustration with a concise quote from a thought leader in your industry or other authority. Pretty much any shareable visual piece of content that provides entertainment or information can work well for link building. 48. Directories and/or consolidated content. There's a ton of content on the web, so users love to see directories and other forms of content organization. Compiling a list of your favorite resources, guides on a given topic, or bits of information can make you the go-to resource on the subject. 49. Interviews. Interviews have several advantages as a type of content for building links. For starters, you can publish interviews in multiple different mediums, such as video, audio, or a written transcript. You'll also likely be interviewing people from outside your organization, those people will be incentivized to link to the finished product, and share it on their own social media platforms. It's a built-in boost to your initial distribution. 50. Memes. Memes are dangerous territory. Come up with a good template, or use an existing popular template in an interesting and amusing way, and you could go viral, earning links from all over the web. Try too hard or miss the point of the meme, and you could become a laughingstock. Of course, even if people are laughing at you, they might build links to you anyway, so it could easily be worth the risk. 51. Webinars. Many companies try to promote webinars, to varying degrees of success. Webinars are interactive video presentations, generally provided to novices on a given subject. To be successful, your webinar has to cover an in-demand topic, be hosted by an expert, and either be free or worth what you're charging for it. Interactive elements, such as live Q&A, can improve your performance, and making the webinar permanently available, i.e. not exclusively live-streamed, is ideal. 52. Tests and quizzes. As you've seen from many of the items on this list, interactivity is highly successful in encouraging shares, and there are few types of content more interactive than tests and quizzes. Depending on the nature of your industry, you could come up with a calculator for your products and services, a quiz to test someone's knowledge on a subject like financial literacy, or something sillier, like, which tech CEO are you? 53. Videos in combination with any of the above approaches. Videos can be incredibly powerful types of content, especially when used in combination with any of the content types above. Video interviews, video news, and video lists can all be powerful for generating links. However, you'll need to think carefully about how you publish and distribute your video content. If you host your videos on YouTube as most companies do, any direct links the video earns will pass authority to YouTube, not necessarily your site. Accordingly, it's a common tactic to host the YouTube video on a page of your site, so you can earn links directly to your domain. You may also consider using these as guest content material. Establishing publisher relationships for link building. If you're pursuing direct link building, most of your efforts will revolve around guest blogging. The idea is to work with external publishers of sites with high domain authority, providing them with content that their audiences want to see. When you submit the content, you'll include a high-quality link back to your site, assuming there's a relevant opportunity for it. These strategies can help you in this endeavor. 54. Start with small-time publishers and work your way up. Higher DAW publishers will reward you with more powerful links, so it's tempting to prioritize them in your guest posting pursuits. However, high DAW publishers tend to have much higher standards for the work they accept, and may not be accessible to an unproven author or brand. Instead, focus on the publishers accessible to you. Do a good job for them, publish lots of content, and eventually, you'll build a good enough reputation and a big enough portfolio that you can start climbing the ladder. Local publishers and niche-focused publishers are great stepping stones on your way to nationally renowned authorities. 55. Keep things focused on one personal brand. Some companies try to write and publish material under their brand name, but it's usually better to publish under the name of an individual in your company. Over time, you can publish under multiple names, but for now, just focus on one. Focusing on an individual instead of the brand will make you more trustworthy and open up more publication opportunities. And building one personal brand before you build others will help you consolidate your progress. 56. Prioritize the needs of a publisher's readership. You have some selfish motivations in getting published, but if you want to get published and keep getting published, your priority should be on your publisher's readership. Editors are interested in distributing the content their readers find most valuable. Accordingly, they're only going to accept your submissions if their readers will enjoy them. Get to know the demographics of your target publisher, and see what kind of content they like best. You may have to compromise some of your other priorities to make this relationship work. Usually, you can find a topic that both presents you with an inbound linking opportunity and appeals to the target readership. 57. Find the editor or someone in charge. If you're reaching out to a new publisher, it's best to find an individual rather than submitting a generic contact form. Look at the About or Contact page of the website to try and find the contact information for the editor, content manager, or other authority. If it's not available here, try to find them on social media networks like LinkedIn. Making a personal appeal is always better than blindly writing to an organization, especially if you can find something in common with them and achieve mutually beneficial goals. 58. Send a warm email with a compelling, original subject line. When sending your first email, it's important to stand out and immediately make your message seem valuable. Editors are typically very busy, with inboxes flooded with generic, unappealing requests. If you want a chance at having your email opened, you need to have a compelling, original subject line, come up with something they haven't seen a million times already, and make it clear what the value is. Something like new statistics on entrepreneurship. Would your readers be interested?
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.